and welcome to another episode of Power On Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Taylor, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Sushi. How you doing, Sushi?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty jacked up for today's episode. This one has been very tailor-made for our guest this evening, so I'm really looking forward to it. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Judging from our little banter before recording, I think this will probably be, hopefully, this will be a really, really hilarious and enjoyable podcast. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes, and I guess with that being said, as that is something I always like to say a bajillion times, with me, not with me, but also with Sushi and I, not just one guest, but two guests, a first for Power On Podcast.
Yay!
With us today are Ben and Andy from the Radical Rascal podcast. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Hi, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
And we'll start here with Ben. Ben, how are you doing? And I guess kind of mention some things about yourself for those who might not know who you are.
Okay. Well, my name is Ben. I'm most known to people for, basically two things. One is being a moderator on PetesGameRoomForum.com. That's one of the ways I think we all met each other at some juncture over the past couple of years. And I'm known as a moderator and troll fighter on that forum. And as of late, I got roped into doing a podcast with Andy, against my will, dragged kicking and screaming, and molested several times along the way, but I've grown to like it. We do a podcast together. It's a weekly podcast called the Radical Rascals podcast, and it follows a very similar format to other podcasts that are out there, but we do tend to shake it up quite a bit, and we've kind of, I'm sure Andy will agree that we've kind of carved out like a unique format and definitely a very unique audience for our kind of humor, but it's a gaming-themed podcast just where we delve into other areas, so we're not just strictly gaming. We talk about movies, we talk about cats, we talk about food, we talk about our personal lives, we talk about pretty much anything is fair game, and we've had a great selection of guests on the show as well. So the podcast is called Radical Rascals. We've been doing it for, I don't know, about 8 or 9 months, I think, since February. I don't know, my math sucks, but we've been doing it for quite a while. We're almost approaching 30 episodes, and we're very happy with how it's going. And outside of that, yeah, I'm a Canadian. Don't hold that against me.
Canuck!
I was about to say, my co-host is Canadian, so I have...
Canucks! You got a couple of crazy Canucks on this episode.
I think it's rare that you get one Canadian, let alone two on a podcast. But lo and behold, Sushi, where in Canada are you?
You're going to throw a brick at me, Alberta.
Oh.
But I'm not a crazy conservative, so don't worry.
Oh, there you go. Well, if you're from Saskatchewan, I'd have to hang up. Sorry.
Some of the nicest people in the world I've ever met are Saskatchewaners, so
those damn Saskatoon berries.
Yeah,
Saskatoon, yep. So outside of that, I'm Canadian. I'm early 30s. I'm a retro gamer, modern gamer, huge into music, huge into movies. I think it's been discussed very often in our podcast. You know, I'm a big movie and TV show enthusiast. I have a huge music collection. I'm just a huge lover of all entertainment mediums, and I think that's what kind of I bring to the podcast personally. And I don't know, I love doing it. I think the podcasting thing has definitely taken off for us, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And yeah, those who, it's interesting too, because my presence on the forum was strictly as a moderator. I think I've actually shocked people because they actually hear my voice and they actually hear the vulgarity that comes out of me on the podcast. And they're like, I never knew Broland, that's what I'm known as, Broland to some people. They said, I never knew he was such a potty mouth. So I've kind of broken perceptions of me, like, right down the middle. But yeah, that's basically me in a nutshell.
I have
Nice.
to justify, well, not justify, but I have verify. I have seen his collection. It's huge. I've seen pictures of it. It's massive.
Yeah, he was referring to my junk, but no, my music collection. Yeah, I posted a picture on Facebook, and people are just like, "Oh my God, you need to be on collection intervention." But that's enough about me, Andy.
Yeah, me. Right. Yeah, my name's Andy, apparently. Yeah, I'm from... I forgot for a moment. I woke up and I was like, where am I? What am I doing? Hey, as Ben mentioned, on the Rad Rascals podcast with him, I'm in England, hence my apparently posh accent. Ben mentioned that he's a troll fighter. Well, that's how we met. He banned me on the Pete's Game Room forum. So that's how we met, and we decided that we'd do a podcast together. He banned me, we do a podcast, and it worked out. I like long walks on the beach and holding hands.
It's like love at first bite.
That was before we did the podcast. He's like, "Can we walk along the beach and hold hands?" I'm like, "I'd rather do a podcast."
So yeah, it's good to have you guys on. I've definitely, when I've had the chance, I've really enjoyed listening to your guys' podcast. Unfortunately, sometimes work does not allow me all the time in the world to be able to listen to everybody's stuff. So when I do get around to it, I really do enjoy it because you guys do cover a bunch of different topics that will kind of be one way and then kind of jump another way. And I've tried to, when I have listened to, at least give some sort of feedback that I hope helps in some way or another.
It's good, and that's the one thing it's people are split down the middle with our podcast because it is a lengthy beast. It's what's the average, Ben? Would you say 3 hours is now our average?
We typically come in at around the 3 hour mark. And it's interesting, too, because when we started off, we figured we were already going over long with being over 2 hours. But I think it's just we have so much to cover, and you get these strong personalities together, especially when we have a guest. And it's almost inevitable that we're going to go over 3 hours. I think if we didn't restrain ourselves, we'd probably be 4 or 5 hours, give or take.
Do a special 24-hour Christmas Bonanza special podcast.
It's become expected, actually, because I think if we come in under 3 hours, people notice.
Yeah. You're slacking.
Yeah.
Slacking.
Get to it.
We've done question and answer episodes, and I think the longest we've done is like 4 hours, 4.5. It was obscene, man. But I don't know, maybe a sponsored podcast for charity in the future, maybe.
For homeless cats.
A 24-hour. For home. Brilliant.
Excellent. I like this idea.
So yeah, I don't know. We just enjoy chatting. I mean, me and Ben, we've become friends over the interwebs, and I don't know, just found it normal, just chatting to a buddy about games, cats, and just anecdotes and stories. It's cool.
And we developed a community as well. We have our own forum on Pete's Game Room Forum, and we have our regular listeners who frequently chime in with our question of the week and give us feedback and plug our podcast. And no, it's a great community. I'm definitely glad we started up this little endeavor, and we're certainly not the only ones. It seems like there's a new podcast sprouting up every week with people trying to do similar things. So, I mean, I don't think we've inspired anyone personally. At least I hope not. I pray for their humanity. I hope not. But no, like you said, it's like two friends chatting, just like your podcast. You and Sushi obviously have a great rapport, and that's what carries the podcast. The same applies to us, really. And we're very grateful to be on your podcast. We've been planning it for quite some time, and I'm glad we're finally doing it.
Yeah, and we thought, particularly with this topic, that it'd be good to have both of you on, like a 2-for-1 special. I know that sounds really kind of shitty. I should choose better words, but I think it's because if we were to have maybe one of you on, but then have the other, and then I think for this it's a nice, because I think it stemmed from when you guys did your kind of really off-game episode where you're more so talking about drinks and eating different things, and I think that's kind of what got me, in particular, and Sushi as well, kind of interested in having you guys on for this topic. So, yeah.
No,
and I love,
for sure.
I love how the topic is alcohol, too.
Yeah. This is one of the topics I actually threw to Taylor way before we even started the podcast, and I had a tough time deciding who could kind of fill out the roster for it, because it is a bit of a hard topic to choose someone that you think is right for this topic. It's something that not everyone's going to be interested in, kind of thing. And I was just like, who the hell were you going to pick? And then suddenly, I don't know, one day your podcast popped up, and I listened the first time, listened the second time, listened the third time. And it wasn't until, I guess as Taylor said, maybe it was episode 5 or something, where you guys chimed on for at least like 2 hours about food or something. And I was like, you know what? I think we found the proper guys for this show. And it just took a matter of getting the right plan and getting it all together. And now here we are, right? I'm really looking forward to this. I really, really am.
Oh, thank you for having us on. The food episode, I think, is one of my favorites, just because that's when we kind of let loose and really broke the format, so to speak.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess saying that, we should probably tell everybody what the topic is. And stop, just kind of dancing around it. The topic for this episode is actually characters you would share a drink with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess seeing this is kind of usual thing we'd like to do, we throw it over to the guest to open us up. So, Ben, would you like to start us off?
Now, just to be clear here, when you say sharing a drink, do we have to share the same drink? Like, there's two lovers drinking the milkshake with two straws?
Taylor, where have you heard that from?
Yeah, where have I heard that from?
I actually only said that to him about an hour and a half ago. He was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Those 50s teen love stories where it's like they're sharing milk, they each have a straw there and they're like making eye contact and they're lovingly
Archie
slurping
and Betty
down.
with Veronica's face in the middle.
Exactly. They're making eye contact and the guy's thinking, practice. This is what you need, practice. No, so share a drink with. Okay, I guess I'll go in with the most obvious. Now, there's probably going to be some overlap here, because obviously there's popular characters that I personally would love to sit down and have a drink with, just because they've experienced a lot, or they can keep up with me, one of the two. The first one I would say is Duke Nukem.
Okay.
He is a bona fide badass. He definitely has a taste for booze and ladies and one-liners, and I don't know. I think the more alcohol we get into us, the more colorful our conversation would be, and we would both be on the floor just going, "I got balls of steel," doing the steel teabag. But
just wondering, wouldn't you be concerned that if he excused himself to go to the lavatory, you'd find him wiping his doo-doo on the walls?
we would actually have an art contest to see who could...
Cave paintings?
Exactly. Here, no, it's a kid with a ball of yarn.
It just turned into a giant pissing contest for everything you did. So the shit crayon drawing contest.
Okay, with all that said, how could you not want to have a drink with him?
That's a good point.
That is a good point. Touche.
I did think long and hard about this because I figured what would be a character that would be interesting enough. I don't want to have some blasé stock character from some stock video game. You got to really think about that. And I thought Duke Nukem was the first choice simply because that's kind of what he encompasses. He's just a ridiculous, dirty, foul-minded person, and who better to have booze with?
Definitely be a good one for the Friday night out with the boys, just getting plastered,
right,
and enjoying it very, very.
Getting 5 strippers to give him a lap dance at the same time.
And yeah, he'd be good for that too. He would be like the ladies' magnet.
Chuck Norris ain't got shit on Duke Nukem.
I mean, what would you envisage drinking with Duke?
See, I'm worried about that. Because of me, I'm strictly a beer or a scotch person, depending if I go out. I'm worried he would order one of those pink drinks with little umbrellas and fruit slices. Be like, what? It's manly to order a Shirley Temple.
What do you mean non-alcoholic?
What do you mean a virgin cocktail? Or you're just like a pink lady or something. Who knows? Hey. So maybe, actually no, I would rationalize it by saying he's so secure in his masculinity that he can order a pink drink and still make it look badass. But realistically, I think he'd be a vodka person. I don't know why, but I think he'd be a vodka person.
I always had him down as being like a good old American beer, like patriotic kind of thing.
Yeah,
Sponsored by Budweiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Bud Light, just a couple of those in each hand, just like 4 bottles all at the same time. Duke Nukem.
Now he's starting to sound like Duff Man, though.
He kind of has a similar vibe to him. He kind of has a little bit of a vibe. Duff Man does. Maybe not as raunchy, of course, but no, I kind of agree with Andy there. I see him as a bit of a beer drinker. Just
okay, yeah, you're right because he is all American. Like he's a typical American badass superhero type. So yeah, I can see him drinking Budweiser with the hat with the 2 cans on the side.
And maybe to appeal to the college crowd, he drops some Natty Light in there, and God, a fucking watered drink, but whatever.
And because of hard economic times, he would appeal to the homeless and the unemployed by drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon. So yeah, that's my first choice, Duke Nukem.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice there. So, Andy, you want to follow up there?
Yeah, my first one. I haven't played much of this game, but this character just struck a chord with me, just utterly and completely. It's the last story, and it's at Siren. She's just a foul-mouthed drunkard, and I've played the game for an hour, maybe 2, and just put it down because other stuff's come up. But that hour and a half, or whatever it was, just that character is awesome, and I'd just love to go to a tavern and just get absolutely wankered. I just swear, and it would be messy, but it would be awesome.
Let's say, yeah, she seems like somebody you would be at the tavern with, drinking some mead, and you would just get plastered and sing some sort of, who the hell knows, just some sort of drunken jumble of 8 or 9 tavern songs, and you're just kind of like, yeah, that's great. Just have a jolly good time.
Yeah, so as I said, I mean, I really want to play that game more just because of this character. I have no idea why, but the whole drunkard kind of thing just touched a chord with me, and I could relate to that character. So it's always good when you have a game and you're like, oh yeah, I know this, I know the angle this character's coming from. So yeah, Siren, because Taylor, you've played Last Story, haven't you?
Yes, I went through it when it first came out, like last year, January. I think that's
so I remember you were streaming that, and I can't remember what it was, but for ages you were just laughing because one of the characters was throwing either banana skins or marbles down and tripping everything up. And you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And you just stay like, we're watching the live stream and you're there for like 5 hours just tripping pedestrians up. So yeah. That'll be the evening. Siren, tavern, just getting wankered, then just go out into the streets and just chucking stuff under pedestrians' feet. Be amazing. Be great.
It's a typical Friday night for Andy.
Yeah.
Let's say, Sushi Ben, have you had a chance to play The Last Story at all?
I have not. I just have not had any time. I've only gotten it maybe a month ago, give or take, so I just have not had a chance to play yet.
Yeah, same here. I actually did buy it, and the funny thing is, I thought the special edition would become really rare really fast. You can still find it everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not a hard game to find. But yeah, I did buy it. Same with Xenoblade Chronicles, and I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. It's an investment in time that I can't make at this point, but it looks fantastic, so I definitely want to play it.
Well, I mean, if you do get around to it, it's a shorter game, so it's not the epic that is Xenoblade Chronicles, so you're probably looking at about 25 hours or so. It's maybe a little bit less.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, so if you do get into it, it's definitely really fun, enjoyable characters, and as Andy has pointed out, Siren's there, and you have a good old drunken blast time shooting bananas at people in the streets.
I'm sold. Andy, you cannot have her out for a drink without inviting me.
Oh man, it'd be awesome.
For sure. I just want to play that game for hours now, shooting bananas. Yes, I know, I am like 10 years old, but yeah, Sushi, do you want to kind of come up here with what you have to go there?
Sure. I decided to get into the mood for this evening as well, and I have myself a refreshment, and I decided to get an Estonian beer, which is called Viru. And it's not so good, but I'm still drinking it. So I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I just saw it on the shelves, like, oh, Estonian beer, let's give that a shot. And not too impressed. But moving on.
Are you drinking it now?
I'm drinking it right now.
At 7:30 in the morning.
Well, no, it's for him. It's
it's almost 10:30 for us.
Yeah.
So you don't live in Canada? Okay,
no, I do not live in Canada. No,
okay.
I'm in Korea.
Okay,
I'm in the
same
time zone as Taylor. That's all good, man. It's all good.
10:30 at night over here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go that far above the Call of Duty to start drinking at 6 in the morning.
That's what Canadians do.
Well, some of them, but that's for the farm boys. But yeah, anyways, the first one I have, I feel bad because I think Andy has it, but I had to go with Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series.
You bastard.
Yes. Well, I'm perfectly fine with you jumping in at any moment here. This guy just, what can you say? This guy is just sort of this total badass dude, but he's so meta at the same time. He's just got this air about him that you have to respect what this man says and does, because he has his own code of honor, and he doesn't really follow what anybody else does or thinks. He does what he thinks is right, and I just think that's really cool. He's a really cool character, very intriguing. And he seems to be a pretty solid drinker. You can visit a lot of different bars in the Yakuza world. And I don't know, I just see myself sitting down with him. To me, I went down my list and I actually picked drinks for each character as well. And I kind of see him as a Scotch whiskey man, maybe like a Ballantine 17 years. I was kind of thinking for him. He'd just be a cool guy to sit down, have a nice chat with, just listen to what he has to say, maybe chime in here and there. I don't know, what do you think, Andy?
Yeah, it's funny because the Yakuza games, as you said, you can frequent many different bars, and each bar that you go to, you can order various drinks, and they actually license the names for all these drinks, and they'll actually tell you about the drinks as well. So that's awesome. I mean, I had two characters for this one. I'd personally go with Goro Majima as well.
Yeah,
because he's just he's a crazy bastard, and the stories that he must have just be unbelievable. But it would scare me actually, because after a couple of drinks you'd leave the bar and just so many blokes would just come up to you and start fights. That's the way that the Yakuza games work. If you go to a bar and have a drink, you'll have a flashing bottle on your screen, and that means that you're going to get your ass kicked by basically every pedestrian that you come across. So no, it definitely. I mean, Kazuma Kiryu, he runs an orphanage. He's ex-Yakuza. I mean, just the amount of stories that guy would have would just be unbelievable. And also, we talk about Duke Nukem being a chick magnet. Nothing on Kazuma.
No, and this guy's like 40 years old, and he just gets the babes like it's nothing. Like, he walks into a hamburger joint, and they're all over him. Just like, it's crazy.
It's awesome. He was, definitely at the top of my list, I'd say.
Now, who's the second character you had mentioned, Andy?
Majima. He's
the goofy one that you showed the
patch.
video with him singing at the karaoke place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, that would. Because I've never played any of the Yakuza games, so I have no. I mean, I know. I don't really know any of the characters, so.
Yeah, the whole relationship between the two of them is they were Yakuza together, but different families, I believe. Mm-hmm. Well, there's one big organisation, and then they have sub-families, and they're different families, so they couldn't have, like, all-out wars. They had just, like, not friendly rivalry, but respectful rivalry. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing with Majima is he says that Kazuma cannot die unless it's by his hand. And they're like buddies, but Majima just wants to kill him just because he's a crazy fucker. So, I don't know. You wouldn't want to have a drink with the both of them at the same time.
Probably not.
You know that after a few, they just end up fighting and just suplexing each other onto tables, and it'll get messy really, really quick. But no, it's
my money's still on Kazuma. I mean, that guy can beat the shit out of a bull with his bare hands. So like,
and tigers. Don't forget tigers.
Tigers too, right?
Oh man,
that
so
sounds
good.
Pretty amazing. I guess it's to me, and with this first one, I guess it's an obvious one for me. I had to go with from the East series, and that is Dogi, the Wall Crusher. And, yeah, I figured that'd be kind of obvious.
The beer can crusher.
The beer can crusher. Well, because whenever they do have him in it, there'll be times, especially in 4, in Dawn of East, he'll be drinking, and he's just happy. He's very, very happy when he's drinking, and he just seems like one of those kind of like how Andy had mentioned Seidan from Last Story. Is just kind of one of those kind of tavern people, I guess, for lack of a better word. Tavern fly then, I guess, because of the setting of it. Mm-hmm. So you'd go in and you'd drink some good old mead and have just a good time telling stupid stories, because he used to be a thief too, so he'd probably have some really funny stories about botching some sort of stolen and stealing something, or and he could also tell his adventures with like what he did with Adol and stuff, and how he took a sword to the chest kind of thing, and tell you how that doesn't feel good. I mean, I think he'd have some pretty good stories to tell with that, so I'd have to go with Dogi there. He just seemed like he'd be pretty fun to kind of chat with.
A jovial fellow.
Yeah, just really, the more he drinks, the happier he becomes, and
right.
and it's kind of how you played off of it. He could become like the table crusher or something. As the night wears on, you could have him trying to crush more and more things until the whole tavern just falls to pieces.
Sounds like me.
There you go. So I need to get over to where Ben lives and just drink with Ben there.
Always a welcome.
Duly noted. So yeah, I don't know if any guys really have much to say on that.
I don't have much to add to Dogi, not really. As you said, he's the jovial. He's sort of the comic relief in a sense, right? So.
Okay, well then I guess Ben, back to you.
Okay, my next character, and I thought long and hard about this one because one of my favorite games of this generation is Shadows of the Damned. Have either of you played that?
I have not, fortunately.
Not. I don't. Yeah. Is it even? I have no idea if it even. It probably did come out in Japan. I have no idea.
Well, the main character's name is Garcia Hotspur, and he's one of the characters I would definitely drink with. I mean, he defeated the demons of hell with a gun called the Explosive Hot Boner. So how the stories this guy must have. And of course, keep in mind, I would drink with him in hell because in hell alcohol replenishes your health.
Oh.
Exactly. We'd have a good chat about his dead girlfriend who keeps showing up, and all his phallic weapons, and all the good times he's had defeating dark monsters and getting through the different circles of hell just to rescue her. I mean, come on, that guy deserves a drink, and I think his drink would definitely be tequila. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, sounds about right. I'd just be a bit worried, to be honest. I mean, after a couple of drinks, he might get a few ideas with his explosive boner, so
I'd be hoping for that. Because okay, here's the thing. Yeah, come here, Shay. There's two weapons he has. One of them is called the hot boner. That's basically where you shoot these plasma bombs that explode. So that's why it's called the hot boner. But then you have this weapon called the big boner, which is like this giant. Like you remember the Batman from 1989 where Joker pulls out that giant pistol from his waistband?
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's like that. It's called the big boner. So, he'd start off the night just with the little hot boner, but then as the night progresses, the big boner comes out.
But he's off.
Which head? But he spends the entire game just like sprouting one-liners, and just he's a dirty, as Andy would say, a dirty fucker. So naturally, he'd be a perfect choice to have a drink with. And like I said, tequila, I'm guessing would be his drink of choice. And one of his lines from the game is, "I'm a Mexican, not a Mexicant."
Oh God.
So that would be his attitude towards, do you want that 10th shot? So yes, nice. He could keep up, and I think he'd be a fun person to have a drink with. So that would be my second choice.
Nice.
Oh, and Andy, over to you.
The next one, I'm going to play this one very, very safe. I mean, I've played these games for years, and I don't think the character would be too interesting, but it'd be Link from Legend of Zelda, just because I've gone through all these adventures with this character, and I just want to sit at the top of Gerudo Valley, just have a single drink, and just kind of reminisce of the adventures of Link, basically. As I said, because the character, the whole stick of it is you're supposed to project your own personality onto Link, but it'd be, I don't know, if I'm projecting my personality, he'll be an awesome guy.
So what you're saying is that you could basically go to a cliffside, dress up as Link, put a mirror next to you, and drink, and be good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I may fall off into the river below and end up in Lake Hylia, but
Andy goes LARPing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It would just be for the experience, just to have if such a thing was possible, to have a drink with a video game character. I think that would be one of the most rewarding experiences, just as a kind of thank you thing. I know it sounds really gay, but getting all nostalgic and tearing up here, man.
Thanks for letting me use you and you dying and all for me.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me play you.
He died for my stupidity and lack of coordination.
Isn't Link a kid, by the way?
No, yeah, I was just saying, you gotta be, like, only kind of sneaking that under and kind of giving to minors.
I mean, we'll say Ocarina of Time, adult Link. Let's specify, because we can't be encouraging young kids to drink. Drinking is horrible. It's not any fun. It doesn't taste nice. Don't drink. Don't drink, kids. But if you're an adult, yeah, drink. It'll be fine. So
tastes awesome. Tastes awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. all the cool adults are doing it. I would just want to do it at the top of Gerudo Valley, because when I completed Ocarina of Time, I would always go back to Gerudo Valley. I just love jumping off it into the river below. I love the music. Just that, whenever I think of Legend of Zelda, it's Gerudo Valley for me personally. So I would just, if such a thing were possible, I'd love to experience it.
Just thinking, you said you project your personality onto Link. I'm picturing if that was the case, Link would like take off all his clothes and he'd be running naked through like the streets of a Hyrule town with like a big jug of alcohol in his hand.
You do have to say though that if it was that version of Link, you'd have a lot of drunken fun with some bomb chews there.
Yeah.
Oh man, a lot of dangerous fun times with that.
Yeah.
Last words ever mentioned by Andy. Hey Link, check this out.
It'd be awesome.
You're awesome.
But you're totally right. I would blow myself up.
It'd be totally worth it.
Yeah, we'll have to have a couple of fairies in a bottle, just in case.
That means something different here in Canada, Andy.
Do I want to know?
Oh goodness. Alright, so Sushi, over to you.
Alright, my next one here is from Chrono Trigger, and that is, of course, Alia, the crazy psychopath beast woman who can punch you through a mountain if she wanted to. This chick can drink. I mean, there's a sequence during the game when you first get to the prehistoric era and you're invited to, I don't know, I guess it's the village festival of some kind. Basically, she drinks you under the table. Like she's whatever the hell it is. It's like prehistoric moonshine or some shit, and everybody's getting wasted, and Chrono's out, passed out, and he's pretty much dead. And she's first thing bright early in the morning. She's up, and hey, everyone's gone, and I don't know. She would be a fun person to drink with.
Shit's broken, man. What the hell?
She's just crazy. She would be a fun person to bring into a bar in present day with her befuddled English, trying to stumble around and just, it'd be amusing. It'd be almost like Marion from Indiana Jones, watching her like drink men under the table and steal their money or something. I think she'd be a pretty fun person to drink with. It'd probably be multiple drinks.
Yeah, that's a good one there. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I from what I remember, she is totally willing to go with anybody who catches her eye. So you could totally have like, dude, she's making out with this other chick. Oh god, yeah. You'd have the total like.
She would probably break your face if she tried to kiss you, though. She's just like a rock.
Well, that's what total viral YouTube it is right there. You are king of the internet. The end. But no, that's a good one.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chrono Trigger that well, or
I am.
Andy hates it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan, but she's the like the cave woman character,
right,
isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was one of the best characters. And I don't know, I'd want to drink with Frog as well, because he's like noble and shit.
right.
So.
It might be a little lowly though. He's one to get pretty sensitive pretty easily. Looks like. I don't know if you'd
like
want to have a drink with him. Just, singing his hero tune.
Yeah, but you need that occasion when you're feeling down. You need a buddy just to like wallow in your self pity. So I don't know, a couple of beers with him when you're feeling down. Just misery loves company, you know.
True enough.
Very true.
That's a good one there. The next one that I have on the list, I am kind of two minds, if that makes any sense to be kind of two minds. But and that is Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid. Ocelot.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. I think he would be like the psychotic. I don't know if this was a very good idea or this was the best fucking idea ever. kind of, because he seems like he almost bipolar kind of, especially like later in the games. But you could get the really fun-loving Ocelot where he could tell you his war stories, and you can kind of be able to relive some of the things that he went through, and that'd be, it'd be kind of almost like talking to a vet. who might be drunk a little bit at that time, but actually enjoyed it. Maybe not like completely crazy kind of thing, but then you could also have that very crazy part of him that just gets unlocked by the liquor, and you've really done something bad, and he's very destructive. there's either the really happy drunk side of him that could be really fun-loving and telling these kind of stories and like, the motherland kind of thing, or you could have the, the motherland, like really crazy kind of it'd be cool dialogue, or it could be horrifically depressing and quite terrifying. So, I don't know what you guys think of that one.
I think that's actually a pretty good one.
I don't know. I mean,
he's scary though, man. As good a shot as he is, I wouldn't want him playing with guns when he was drunk. I mean, hey, put your 2 fingers up. Like, watch me shoot between them. Like, oh, man.
Well, that's the fun and excitement of it, you know.
Maybe.
Gotta be daring, Sushi. Gotta be daring. So yeah. So I guess with that, Ben, back to you.
Okay. The third one I'd pick, and again, I kind of struggled for this one because I'm thinking I'm sticking very close to modern video games, obviously, so I'm not going too retro with this, but Bayonetta would be my next choice.
I wonder why.
That is self-explanatory right there. I mean, come on. You know, that's the thing. Like, I first played the game, and the first thought that went through my mind is everything about the Bayonetta character is fetishized. So the glasses, the posh accent, the come-fuck-me boots with the guns on them. Who better? Well, what better female character, I guess, to share a couple of drinks with? I mean, I'm sure after a couple of drinks, she would just be wild, and she'd be, like, shooting at the bar, doing, like, handstands and splits, and, I don't know, I think it would just be a great old time.
You just want her to let her hair hang down, right?
Yeah, and then show off some of her Umber Witch moves whenever she gets really drunk, where her clothes come off, and if the bartender denies her another round, she breaks out the giant guillotine on him. You know, that kind of stuff. But no, yeah, as a female character would go, she's definitely one I would consider having a drink with. What she would actually drink, I picture her as like a cosmopolitan type, or one of those like shishi $10 martinis.
Expensive tastes.
Well, I don't know. Hey, you've been dormant for 200 years. You deserve the top shelf stuff, you know. But yeah, Bayonetta. I mean, she's like the quintessential sexed up character. So how could you not?
I'd be worried, man. After a couple of bevies, she might try and strangle you with her demon pubes.
Some guys would pay for that.
I know, it's just gnarly, dude. I mean, yeah, I reckon she would be a riot, but I would be scared that she would, again, demon pubes. Yeah. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff.
You can tell I have very odd taste in women. But I bet you she's dynamite after a few drinks if you get her in the sack, so I have an ulterior motive for putting her on that list.
Oh, you dirty, dirty fucker.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, come on. That's what she said.
Oh.
Moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. Passing the baton. Andy, over to you.
Okay, so we're going to go from demon pubes to a hermaphrodite. We're going to go with Kaine from Nier. She's a foul-mouthed, just utter demon. She's part possessed by a phantom. She's a bomb, man. And I think after a couple of drinks, I don't think you'd be able to contain her, and it'd just be worth watching this character just unleashed alcohol-fueled anger. I mean, have you guys played Nier at all?
Unfortunately not. I'm half afraid of playing the Japanese version of it because they changed the story in it a little bit from what I have heard. The story's a little bit different. Like the relationship between the main character and another one of the characters is changed. So I don't know how much of a change that would make. But I do want to play it sometime. I don't know when I'll get around to it, unfortunately.
Yeah. There are two versions of Nier, Gestalt and I can't remember the other one. But the Western version is Nier is Yona's dad. And the Japanese version is Nier is Yona's brother. And the storyline is exactly the same, except the character looks different for half of the game.
Okay.
And it's kind of a bit different, but ultimately it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But Kaine is the same character throughout, and she's a bomb, and it would just be awesome just seeing her. And I mean, the opening segment of this game is in the UK, in America. It starts off with Kaine just saying, "Vice, you dumbass," goes off just swearing at him. And the final part is, "Get over here." I can't remember, but basically she says it's a phantom book, and she's gonna rip his fucking pages out. So I want Kaine and this phantom book grimoire noir to drink with both of them. They'll get into a fight, there'll be magic flying around the bar. It'd just be so much fun just to sit back and laugh my ass off. It'd be amazing. Yeah, that's my pick. I've Kaine with, if I do get the option, Grimoire Noir as well. This magical floating talking book. It's one of the weirdest drinking buddy selection, but yeah. If you can't enjoy a drink with a floating book, then man, I don't know. It's not a world that I want to live in.
Something everyone needs to do at least once in their life.
Yeah, get shit-faced with a talking book. Fine.
Well, after I get shit-faced, the books just talk to me anyway, so.
That's me usually. After a couple of drinks, I go up to my study books. Reveal your secrets to me. Give
yes,
me
Linux.
your knowledge.
It's like, yes, Linux, you dirty, dirty whore.
Oh, God. So, yeah. Sushi, you have any books, demon pubes? What do you gotta step up to plate there.
Okay, I was gonna use this one, but apparently it's not gonna be dirty enough. So I am going to choose an entire team of fat guys from the ice hockey game on the NES. And we are going to sit in the deepest, darkest, dirtiest dungeon of a bar, and we're going to have the worst and piss water beer you can have. And it's only after they win a game. So that's my next one, is the fat guys from ice hockey, and only the fat guys. The skinny guys and the medium guys are not allowed. So the fat guys from ice hockey.
Beat up the medium and small-sized guys?
Yeah, they'll get the shit beat out of them, and we'll probably beat up the Zamboni drivers as well. So I don't know, the fat guys in ice hockey, they just look like they deserve a drink. They go out, they play hard, they fight hard, they deserve a drink.
They drink hard.
They drink hard. I'm sure they drink hard. So.
Oh, okay, all right. Back to me. I'll go with the goofy one. I had a goofy one here. You guys will probably think I'm really retarded after hearing this one. I would love to sit in a far-off land, a very, very heavily vegetated area, drinking spiked banana smoothies with the Kongs. Donkey and Diddy Kong.
Spiked banana smoothies.
Yes. And we would be swinging from vine to vine, having the grandest of times with Donkey, Diddy, and all the other Kongs.
What about the old man Donkey Kong?
Cranky.
You know, at the beginning of Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
Cranky would be yelling at us. He'd be the one that'd be like, turn down the music.
Get him a few drinks. He'll be a laugh ride.
That'd be like one of those like angry, bitter old man drunk kind of thing. Back in my day, monkeys didn't swing from vines.
I kidnapped the princess first. That Bowser fucker is a poser. It would be one of those like goofy, just very almost Dr. Seuss kind of like wacky, holy, like almost on like something other than alcohol, kind of wacky world wonderland kind of things. So totally.
The thing I'd be worried about, I'm not gonna lie to you, after a couple of them, I could see you getting so wasted you go to bed with Dixie Kong. Wake up the following morning, look over. Oh my god!
I'd also be worried that after a few drinks, you would get creative with how to use the bananas too.
Taylor's got to watch out for Necky's nuts.
Oh. That was a bad idea on my part.
Or what is the hamster's name? What is that guy's name?
Oh God, I don't even.
And he's like, whenever he gets hit. I can just see him throwing up in the back, just going, like throwing up.
Oh, great. Yeah. Spiked banana smoothies with the cons.
Great idea, actually.
Yeah, so Ben, back to you.
Okay. There's actually a game I've been dying to go back to over the past little while, and that's Chrono Cross. I remember playing it on the PlayStation 1, loving it back in the day. I haven't played it in about a decade, so I think I'm about ready to go back to it. But the character Kid. Now, have any of you played Chrono Cross?
Yes.
Okay, you remember the character of Kid? She comes to you very early in the game, and she is just a strong, foul-mouthed, just bore of a woman. But she's fantastic. Actually, there's two reasons. One, because it's implied that she's Australian. So obviously she uses words like bugger and bloke quite a lot. And just she's got a very an edge to her personality that I quite like. Plus, there's a degree of separation between her and Luca from Chrono Trigger, who's my favorite character in that game, because Luca is the scientific genius. So I'd probably pick Kid from Chrono Cross. She's got a nice... she's got bravado, and I'm sure she could drink me under the table.
As I say, Sushi Andy, have you played Chrono Cross?
Enough of it to dislike it. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. Kid was okay. Kid was a better part of it for sure. Kid was cool, but and obviously the score is gorgeous, but I don't know, the game's not for me.
It's one of those games, it's polarized people, and I think especially among Chrono Trigger fans, it's one of those games that people love or hate, but I mean, it was the first game I ever got, one of the first games I got for the PS1, and I just love it. Gorgeous game. And you're right, the music is gorgeous too, but the character of Kid has always appealed to me, and it's interesting because depending on the choices you make early in the game, she may or may not join you right away or at all. So I remember I played it, I made the wrong choice, I had to go back and play it again so I could get her in my party, because she provides some of the best dialogue in the whole game.
For sure. She's very, particularly because there's like 60 characters you can get in the game, so she stands head and shoulders above a lot of those characters. Just very, very strong personality to her. And she kind of, actually, she's a bit reminiscent of Seidan from the last story, so she has some similarities to that character in that regard. Maybe not as drunkard, but that bravado, as you said, that bravado to her, so...
Exactly. I can just picture her, like, we hit a town, we go to the nearest tavern, we sing minstrel songs, we dance on the table. It would just be a great time. And the funny thing is, with each of these stories we're telling, we're always anticipating the worst outcome. Like, it'll end up in sex, it'll end up in dying, it'll end up in autoerotic asphyxiation at the hand of Bayonetta's demon pubes. I mean, this is one where I could just see it being a good old-fashioned piss-up. So Kid would be my choice for that.
Nice.
So, Andy, over to you.
Okay, for me, and this one is going to be completely different, but it would be the cast of Xenoblade. I would just absolutely love to set up a campsite and in one of the beautiful areas just drink a couple of relaxed drinks and just watch the landscape change as the sun goes down. And I think all the characters just regaling stories and the battles that they've had. But I will say that little shit Ricky will have to fuck off. There is no way in hell. I'd boot that little bastard. Absolutely boot him. So I think it would just be just such an awesome experience just to sit there and just watch the landscape change and come alive and just be kind of, tipsy, not drunk, but tipsy when you're in a happy place and you could just watch it come alive and it'd be amazing.
In that game, there's those secret areas you could go to, so you could totally go to maybe a secret area and it kind of be your hangout spot and watch from really high up aloft places and just kind of survey the whole area around it. Definitely didn't think of it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, the Valka Mountains. If just watching that at night. And I'd have to play the soundtrack. I'd get my mobile phone and just play the soundtrack because it wouldn't play. Because if you were in that, I'm taking this shit too seriously. if you're there, you wouldn't have the song, and you've got to have the song, and it's amazing. You could just watch like the trees just come alive and change colour. But you'd have to wrap up warm because it's all snowy, and yeah, it'd be awesome.
That's what the liquor's for.
Yeah.
You have to get all warm, and you want somebody there that gets liquored up that'll have to streak somewhere, kind of thing.
Making a snow angel.
Actually, that's a good idea. Liquor up. Ricky could stay there, but we'll make him eat the yellow snow. That'd be funny.
Andy, did you say liquor up or lick her up?
That was Taylor, so I'm not sure.
The jury's out on that one.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. If Charlotte's up for it, yeah, maybe.
Loose lips sink ships. Eh?
Yep.
Good. No, that's a really good one there. It definitely didn't come to mind when thinking about the topic there.
Yes.
Just because they are very different in their own regards, so having them all together, I don't know, definitely be an interesting kind of group to kind of drink with there. Yeah. Sushi, back to you.
All right. Well, I see we're on a bit of a RPG vein here, so I guess I'll continue the trend. My next one is from Lunar 2, and that would have to be Ronfar. I don't know if you guys know Ronfar at all. He's like the healer of the party, but he's a massive drunk. I don't know. Taylor, do you know? You haven't played 2, have you, Taylor?
I've played a little bit, but not enough to know who you're talking about.
Anyways, Ronfar is he's basically a guy who's had his heart broken, so as a result, all he does is drink. And he was like a major priest that was going through the training, and he dropped out, and all he does is frequent all the taverns, and he hustles everybody out of their money by playing dice with them and shit. And I mean, his theme song is actually called Wine, Women, and Songs, so I don't know how you can go wrong with that. He's just a cool guy. It would just be fun to have lots and lots of beers with him and just hustle the shit out of everybody in each town, buck up and run. I think he'd be a cool drunk to hang around. He eventually comes around. I think he stops drinking by the end, unfortunately, but but he's a really fun character. If you like the Lunar characters, he's definitely a bit more of a memorable one for sure.
If he stops drinking towards the end, I'm sure you can encourage him to get back to his old ways. So,
yeah,
you're the recovering.
That woman's a bad influence on you.
You're a recovering alcoholic's best friend.
Yes. Guess what I have? Hey, dude, a cake totally fell off the back of that carriage.
Okay.
Yeah, Ronfar, good drunk.
Oh, man. I guess the one that I have up here next it's a cast of characters. I'm not going to go through the whole cast of them. However, it is the second generation of the group from Fire Emblem Genealogy of a Holy War, which nobody has played. But basically, the reason why I picked this group is because it would be after all of their trials and tribulations, and they have gone through this horrific war that has ripped apart this continent of these different kingdoms, and they finally have put it to bed, and they've finished it, and they're done. The celebration that these people would have has got to be pretty fucking epic, for lack of a better word. It would have to be pretty jubilant. It would be very jubilant, and just a lot of celebration. It'd be like, yeah, it's over! 20x years or 20 plus years of fighting and stuff. It's over! Fuck it! Party in the streets! I could imagine it being that. And seeing a lot of them are lords and stuff, they have the coin to totally bank a hell of a party. So that's where I'm going with that. To be there for a giant celebration party at somebody's local kingdom, totally wrecking the hall. And just hearing their kind of war stories, because everybody has their own kind of trials and tribulations and stuff, and they've got 20 plus years to talk about. So there's got to be a lot of fun stories in there, and There's got to be some awesome bangable wenches there, so
wake up next to 3 toothless wenches or shine your boots, governor, shine your boots.
These are the good guys, though. These guys, the good guys always get the at least the teeth full there of the wenches.
Hopefully
there.
She got
now, depending on how much liquor, you never know.
It's like, fancy a Polish, governor. So, but yeah, I had
like a Robin tug.
Oh, you got a little Robin tug. So I had to go that route. So, Ben, back to you.
Okay. I'm going to take mine back to the N64 days, and I'm going to go with Conquer the Squirrel from Conker's Bad Fur Day. The reasons should be fairly obvious, but one of the iconic drinkers from that era in video games. And I don't know, the Conker character I've always found to be absolutely hilarious. Now, I've only beaten Bad Fur Day. There's another one which I think is Locked and Reloaded. That's the sequel. that they had on Xbox. Honestly, I enjoy the series immensely. I think that's another one they need to bring back. But Conker as a character is just such, well, he's a drunk, obviously, but he's always like the reluctant hero as well. So I think he'd just be a good one to tip a few pints with. And hey, you never know. We get drunk enough, I could wind up in bed with his girlfriend Barry. So it could go either way. Now, I'm talking about molesting squirrels here. I'd have to have a lot of booze before I'd consider that. But yeah, Conker. I mean, that character is a classic. I mean, you can't have a good drinking night without at least that character making an appearance.
Yeah,
I'd be
hilarious.
I'd be terrified, man, after a couple of drinks.
All my fucking choices are terrifying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, worst possible scenario, he does a giant shit in the corner. He's so drunk, he shits in the corner. And it's, look, it's singing to me. And then he ends up fighting this giant shit that he's saying is singing to him. And he'll start throwing it around. It would be gross. It would be horrible, man.
I think he and Duke Nukem should hook up and do a collaboration, if you will. Hey, that would be just awesome. If we were, of course, we're unrestrained by reality here. Okay,
right.
So I mean, come on, a singing shit. I'd be like, how much alcohol have I had? I love it how every choice is terrifying. It's either the demon pubes or poo art or singing turds, and it's definitely, this is like a Rad Rascals 2.0 right here. But yeah, Conker, I think, would be, for me, the obvious choice.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You know that you'd wake up with a killer hangover the next day.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone
awesome.
mentioned. I don't think there's anyone we mentioned here that would not. The end result would be a hangover. We're going through the list of like the iconic video game drunks.
The bacon sandwich, the cure of hangovers. Is that what science is figuring out? It's a bacon sandwich cures that stuff.
I thought they said it was Coca-Cola or something was a good hangover cure.
I don't know. I thought I remember seeing something about bacon sandwiches being a good way to cure that hangover in the morning.
A full English breakfast. That'll sort it. That shit sorts everything. You got cancer, full English breakfast. Your leg fell off, full English breakfast.
You got gonorrhea, full English breakfast.
Yeah.
As Andy will know from personal experience.
Exactly. You get the clap, full English breakfast. Unless that's a euphemism for like freaky sloppy sex or something. Oh, the full English breakfast.
Anything and everything that comes in front of my plate. Oh,
Dude.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Sloppy and greasy. Just like
so, Andy, over to you.
The next one is an obvious one for me, and it is Gene from God Hand.
Yes.
I mean, that guy, he beats up midgets, he beats up everything. He doesn't give a fuck. He beats up gorillas. I mean, who cares? But no, he would just be amazing. Would get absolutely wankered, and I'd be like, show me some cool fighting moves. And he'd end up like punching me into orbit or something. It'd be so awesome. I'd be flying up like into orbit, like Team Rocket style. Just, oh my god, this is so awesome. It would be amazing. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean, the dude fights gorillas and midgets. I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah, for sure. I had Gene on my list, and go ahead, Ben.
No, I just love it how every podcast we have to shout God Hand, even when we're guests on a podcast.
It's all good. I had Gene on my list, and I was like, I know Andy's going to say this, so I better not say it. Actually, I was thinking the drink for him would be Prairie Fire shots. So that'd be like a Mexican Prairie Fire would be tequila and Tabasco sauce. And I could just see him going through like 40 of those. And just going fucking hog wild, just like, you want to see me break this table? Watch me throw this car. What do you want me to do? And just be like going fucking mental, and I'd be like, hey, go punch Fat Elvis, or you like.
You sounded like Pee Wee Herman when you did that impression.
But yeah,
you know that he would, he'd line them up. His shots as well. He'd line them up. He'd like whatever it's called, he'd initialize his God Hand and just fucking knock him straight down, do like 40 shots in 2 seconds flat, and then just fall over dead. It would be awesome. His pimp hand is strong. It'd be awesome.
I'd probably die of laughter if that fucking asshole who continually says, I am Alexander the Great, if he punched that guy into orbit, I would probably lose my mind. I'd probably be like, yeah! Or if that guy who always tries to do the, we call it dongchim, where the guy tries to poke you in the ass, and that guy attacks from behind, I would love to see him kick that guy through a mountain or something.
That would be so awesome.
That would be pretty great.
That took a lot out of us.
The imagery of it. The imagery of it is just.
I think we have a winner. I think we do have a winner so far.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hot dog, we have a wiener.
The sushi. Over to you.
Well, Gene was possibly my next one, so I think I'll go with a bit of a somber one here again, and I'm going to go to Phantasy Star 4, and a guy that you don't like that much, Taylor, personality-wise, Raja. Raja is this kind of dirty old man, for lack of a better word. He's not that dirty, but he's an alcoholic. He's an enophile. I don't know. I like wine a lot. I can see myself sitting with and just getting really drunk on wine, and him saying the cheesiest one-liners, and I would still fall out of my chair laughing. And I'd just have such a good time with this guy. He's just, like, he's so amusing for probably all the wrong reasons, but he's such a weirdo that I'd probably just have a blast with this guy. I don't know if you guys played Phantasy Star 4. I know, obviously, Taylor, but...
I never have.
No, I'm afraid not, my man.
It's on my list. It's on my list of must-play games.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, he's just like a drunkard who comes in and he just says goofy things all the time. And I don't know, I really like the character. Aside from him being an awesome character to use, I actually like his personality. I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's a very typical kind of Oji-san there, like very old, like grandfather kind of mentality. Well, not mentality, but those like really bad jokes.
Right.
It tells all the time and stuff, and you're like, okay, granddad.
And he's going like,
hey,
hey,
come
his
on,
elbow.
that was funny. It's like, fucking Christ.
Shut the hell up, Grandpa.
Okay, the next one I have here, maybe a little, maybe not. It's kind of in the same lines as Link there that Andy had pointed out, but it'd be fucking Claude from Star Ocean 2. And I say that because we would totally just badmouth Diaz the whole fucking time. And how much of a douche nozzle that asshat is. So,
would you pull on his mullet?
Yes, we would have some sort of running tab there of trying to bet like what horrible things we could do to Diaz, and mullet pulling would definitely have to be on the list.
Basically, if you guys don't know, Diaz has basically spiky hair on the top and a mullet that goes to his ankles.
Yes, he's in the running for world's longest mullet there.
It's pretty bad. And it's like a sky blue color at that. So.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's quite bad.
It's like if Sonic the Hedgehog grew a mullet.
Right, basically. Sonic from the 80s.
So, it'd be kind of really cool to be able to sit down. It wouldn't be getting plastered drunk or anything with Claude. It would be something where you maybe drink a couple times and just kind of chat. It'd be kind of really interesting to hear just his experience of being from futuristic Earth and having to be stuck on this really, really backwater planet. And getting his full feelings on that with the assistance of good old Alki to kind of really get the imagination, just kind of really feel how exactly that would feel. So I don't know what you guys would think of that. I think you guys have played Star Ocean 2, right?
Second Evolution, I think. Is that Star Ocean 2?
Yes, the second Evolution.
Yeah, isn't he, Claude, isn't he fairly young?
Yeah, like I said, it would have to be after a while when he's a little bit older, because he's like 17, 18. But I guess when you're isolated on some sort of crappy backwater planet, I guess it doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah. That's the one thing I have I like about our little conversation. When you send the title across, characters that you'd like to share a drink with, and everyone just took it, yeah, we'll get absolutely slaughtered. It's like,
he's on the piss.
And then you said, And then you've just reminded us that no, it's just like a drink or maybe just a few, not to get absolutely wankered.
Right, yeah, this definitely would be a character not to get hammered. I don't think he'd be an interesting drunk. He would be, particularly what happens in the... I don't think he could be at certain points. So it'd be just kind of a good one to just, social drinking, not wasted drinking.
That's what you got the Congoys for.
Yeah, let's be clear about this. With Andy and I, we're in for a penny, we're in for a pound. If we're going to go out, we're going to get sloshed. Whether we intend to or not, it's going to happen.
Yeah, there's no point in doing something unless you're going to do it right.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Including getting 17-year-old characters drunk, or younger in the case of Link.
Ben, back over to you.
Okay, the next one I had to pick. I'm a huge fan of the original No More Heroes. Have any of you played that game?
Unfortunately not.
Main character is Travis, right?
Travis Touchdown, yeah.
Oh, Travis Touchdown, okay.
But there is kind of I wouldn't say she's a peripheral character, but she's definitely, for me, one of the most memorable, and that's Bad Girl. The character, to give you an idea, she's an assassin, and deadly at that. But she dresses in kind of this sweet Lolita cosplay, like, pink frilly dress and, very innocent. But try to get your head around this. Basically, she is a chronic alcoholic. Her entire fridge is filled with beer. Yeah, I love a girl who stocks up on the essentials. I mean, food, it's about that.
Beer and mustard diet.
Beer and mustard, exactly. But she is an ass kicker. She uses a big baseball bat, and when you first meet her, she's bludgeoning these gimps dressed in S&M gear with a baseball bat. And she's able to do it so hard that she turns them into living projectiles that she shoots at Travis. So, you got the gimps with like the black mask with the zipper across it, and she's just whacking them out of the park. I figured what would happen. We would have enough drinks, and obviously with her, you have to be able to keep up. I don't want to be 10 drinks behind by the end of the first hour. And then we would just have a gimp whacking contest, see who can get it the farthest. Yes. The character of Bad Girl, just even look her up on a Google image search. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. She looks like a cross between, like, one of those Japanese Lolita cosplayers. They have, like, the big frilly umbrellas, and they look so sweet and innocent. But she's also got that kind of lollipop chainsaw kind of look to her as well. And, yeah, she is a foul-mouthed drinker. Like, I swear to God, like, we would just have so much fun. And Andy, this is the part where you say something about her would terrify you.
I didn't actually play too much No More Heroes.
It's a good game. The sequel was better overall as a game, but I mean, the most memorable character for me was Bad Girl, and it's always the female alcoholics that kind of, because in video games they're kind of a rarity, especially because typically you get the strong alpha female who takes no shit from nobody, and then you have this girl who's like a deadly assassin with this contrasting sweet look to her. Who you have to see it to believe it. I'm not doing justice by explaining it, but check out Bad Girl. You'll see exactly what I mean.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Imagine this. Imagine, like, we're like 20 beers to the wind. She's like, let's take a baseball bat, and we just start whacking gimps like we're like Tiger Woods or something.
Oh goodness! Oh wow! that would the imagery that pops into mind there. That would,
anyone who played the game knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Goodness. Oh, Andy, back to you. What do you have up?
Okay, I've got the weirdest selection, hands down here.
Weirder than my Kong selection there?
Yeah, much weirder.
Okay.
First off, it's a character from like a PC game back in the early 90s, Return to Zork. I mean, not many people would have heard of it, but there's a character in it, Booze Miller. And this dude, that's all he was. He was a fat bearded guy, and he had like 2 lines of dialogue, and it was, want some rah? Of course you do. And then your whole objective, you don't know it, but he's sitting on a trap door, and you have to get him wankered so he falls over, just intoxicated, and unveils the trap door. So I want him, because he'd just get absolutely obliterated, and it wouldn't make a good evening, basically. You'd end up having to look after him and make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue or vomit or everywhere. It wouldn't be too good. So him mixed with the cast of Gears of War.
Oh!
So the cast of Gears of War, because, they get out hammered, and they're all alpha males, and the testosterone would just suffocate you. So you wouldn't. They're not good enough to go out on a night out, I don't think. But mixed with Booze Miller, I reckon it's a recipe for disaster. They'd probably all get obliterated, and with their Lancer chainsaw weapons, they'd end up just seeing normal pedestrians who go, "Oh my god, it's the Locust," and just killing everyone. So, in between them chainsawing pedestrians, Booze Miller choking on his own vomit, I think after that it would be a story just to tell your grandchildren, basically.
I have to say that whole experience sounds like a kind of homoerotic euphemism there. Like, I got him blind drunk, he fell on the floor, revealed his trap door, then a bunch of men came along with lancers and went to town.
Start sawing at people with them. Oh, that'd be another one of those instances where it turns into a giant pissing contest. And, like, let's saw what we can. Yeah, the 3 people.
You guys would end up on a farm sawing cows or some bullshit, or like
that's what manly men do.
Pushing cows, sawing them in half.
Yeah, cow tipping is for pussies. Or cow sawing.
Andy, as soon as you said that, who's the drunk from the Diablo games? I could just see that guy like sitting there commentating that whole event. The you know who I'm talking about? The guy who's just like, and there's like demons in the barn, and you know who I'm talking about?
No, I've only played Diablo 3, and I only played like half of it.
There's the drunk guy, and I think he's in all 3 though. He's just sitting outside in the village, and he's just always drunk. He's like the town drunk is like his name. I can't think of his name. You got blood on your face. Like, and just like his commentary is really good. So I could see him just sitting there like, and that cow got fucked up. Like,
Sushi, back to you there.
all right, I still have a number here. My next one is going way back to the NES, and I have to go with my good friend Bayou Billy. And
nice.
And Bayou Billy, our choice drink is going to be his personal moonshine, whatever the hell it is. I think it's going to be like probably alligator piss, and I don't mean the shot or the drink, literally alligator piss, probably mixed with gasoline, straight ethanol alcohol, and some sort of random fruit from, wherever, from the bayou or some shit. And I could just imagine, like, just smelling it and off the fumes just getting completely plastered and just hitting the town with Bayou Billy, like kicking alligators in the face, punching people, whipping them, driving his Jeep and shooting at people and shit, and flying away from helicopters. And like, you just imagine a night on the town with Bayou Billy.
Maybe your last night on the town.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to stay alive. You probably wake up with 2 arms missing and the alligators eating you. Or
no, you wake up and it's like, how did I get on the liver transplant list?
Yeah. How did I wake up in Brazil or something? We were in Louisiana.
Wake up in Brazil and like, why am I in a bathtub full of ice? Ah!
Right. And as you said, your kidney's missing or something. I think Bayou Billy would tear it up.
Oh, totally. He'd eat it.
Yeah, he would eat it. He would. I mean, the poor guy's only had 1 game. What has he been doing all this time? I mean, Konami's got to get on that.
That's an IP they've never revisited. And I remember playing that game as a kid. It's not a great game, but it's a very memorable one.
Yeah. It was cool.
Sushi loves the death sound, that's for sure.
No, that's the sound he would make as he throws up, and then just projectile right at you.
When Chuck Norris goes to bed, he checks his closet for Bayou Billy.
Oh, you better believe he fucking checks for Bayou Billy. Bayou Billy has like an indestructible vest, like. So I think Bayou Billy, that's my boy.
Oh goodness. The next one I have up here, I was kind of unsure if I wanted to put this character in. If I were, it would be pre this recent game that came out for it, and that would be Samus Aran, and that would be pre Other M.
You don't want to hear her talk? Just drink, don't talk.
Just drink! Just drink! Don't say anything. I don't know, just, I honestly haven't played Other M, but the constant amount of complaining about her character in Other M has really deeded me away from just Plus, I don't have all the time in the world, so I can't be playing everything. And
it's bad. It is bad.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
I have played it, and it kills the character. That's the thing, because Samus has always been a very strong female lead character, and in Other M they turned her into like this damsel in distress, with there's a whole pregnancy thing as well. So I'm just like, it doesn't fit. Like as a game, if it wasn't a Metroid game, it would not be a problem. But it kind of breaks the mythology of the character.
So, yeah, it would definitely, not that Samus, but the other awesome bounty hunter Samus, and we would totally have fun imagining just...
I'm sure you would.
well,
You'd be taking that suit off in a hurry.
No, not even just that, just having that spaceship available, and just, just zipping through space.
I know, Taylor, in space no one can hear you scream, so...
Really?
And no one will be able to hear her screams either.
Yeah, so you're fine.
That's not what I meant, goddammit!
Yes, in space, no one can hear you.
My elation. My... Oh, goodness.
I'm just picturing like you explode in space and like all these jizz bubbles pop out.
Yeah, it'd be hard to clean up.
It's like Homer Simpson when he opens the potato chips on the space shuttle.
Oh God, they're ruffled! Horrible, horrible freedom.
Sorry, I just had to derail it with that.
That's all good. But I think because she could, tell about her adventures bounty hunting and stuff, and I enjoyed the older games. I honestly, outside of what was the one on the GameCube? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Prime.
Thank you. I played the first one and I really, really liked it, but I didn't play 2 or 3. I just never got around to it. But it'd be kind of cool to actually, hear exactly how she felt and. Like, oh yeah, whatever. But it'd be fun to.
I played with you before.
I played with you. It'd be the similar thing with Link there.
Yeah.
So, but in space, it's cooler.
Imagine the positions you can get into with zero gravity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's got that ball. There's something got to do with the morph ball there. The possibilities are endless.
That might hurt you a lot, actually.
You never know where that could wind up. Be careful.
You might be in trouble.
You have to go to like the space triage or something because the morph ball got stuck and you can't get it out.
Oh goodness!
Get the salad tongs.
A giant magnet.
It'd be like in Total Recall, where he pulls the thing out of
Let's
his
get
nose.
that probe out of your head. Let's get the ball out of your ass.
It's like, take this and insert it up your ass.
Yeah. Get the morph ball up your ass.
Okay, anyway, Ben, over to you. I don't know how many more you guys got left.
I don't know how many. I have maybe like 1 or 2 more. What about the rest of you?
I have a handful, but that's cool. I can just cut some. It's fine.
We want to do like one last hurrah real quick here, and then
one last hurrah. Yeah, I guess the character I'd want to drink with is like one of the iconic characters from my childhood and the games I grew up playing, and that is Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers games. Now, my reasoning here: he's always been the wingman for Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I think on his own he's still a great character. So I think he deserves a nice round of alcohol. I think just for all those years of just being subjugated and being the second banana, the second fiddle, if you will, to Mario, and pretty much getting no action.
Yeah.
Mario gets to rescue the princess, and Andy and I have theories as to who was kind of getting into bed with who after that. Because you can't get kidnapped that many times and not enjoy it. So I think, seriously, she and Bowser had a wingding, and Mario might have joined in for a little menage on occasion, but Luigi was always left out. Like, in the pantheon of Mario games, he's never really considered heavily. He had his own game series like Luigi's Mansion, which is a good game, but I don't think he's gotten the recognition he's deserved over the years. So
he gets the pairing with Daisy, right? So he gets Mario's second.
Yeah, he gets the sloppy second.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think as a retro gamer and someone who grew up at the medium, I think I owe it to him to just go out and get him wasted and tell me what he really thinks about Mario and the princess and all those other people. He'd be like, "Oh, that the motherfucker! I'm a better, more talented than he is," and then I pass out.
Yeah,
I pick Luigi. I think he's a character who doesn't get the recognition he deserves. So I think I owe it to him to kind of add him to the list.
It's a good one. Maybe you can be his wingman for the night, Ben, and get him some action.
Hey, you take one for the team, you know?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm not big on mustaches, but I don't know. We can, because I have to look.
The thing is, with Luigi, you know he's going straight down to a gay bar. You know it. There's no way in hell Luigi's straight. No way.
He's always had that kind of Village People look to him. You know, like I think if Freddie Mercury were a video game character, he'd probably be Luigi. So.
So, I mean, it'd be a bit of culture for you. Go down to a gay bar. Good music, good drinks, and yeah, you could be Luigi's token straight buddy.
The beard, if you will. He's got a mustache. Why not get him a beard too? I don't know. I'm getting images here of like, you know, Luigi in skin tight leather pants and a mesh T-shirt. It's not
running around with a rainbow flag or something.
Rainbow flag and like a dog collar with a little loop on it. So should he go astray and have a leash that can pull him back? But yeah, no, Luigi I thought was a natural choice.
And we've now desecrated.
We were talking about getting Link, who was like 10 years old at the time of Zelda. Getting him shit face. So come on, I'm taking it in a slightly more mature direction. And you know, I could always say, you know what, I took Luigi out for drinks and I got piped.
Yeah, I mean, mushroom-shaped butt plugs. What more could you want?
Goombas, they're not just for stomping anymore.
Oh man, wrong. But before doing a podcast with Ben, I was normal, man. I was normal.
I did not. Okay, that I call bullshit on that.
Andy tried to play innocent there.
Yeah, no, we you know, I have the forum post archived, Andy. I could tell exactly what kind of person you were beforehand. So. I mean, our first podcast, the Rad Rascals, the first episode was going to be like, and now we're joined by Andy. He's hiding a banana. We'll tell you where after these messages. So that's my last choice, Luigi. I had others. Like, I mean, I put down, what was it, Ezio from Assassin's Creed, because he's been through a lot. I think you definitely have some good stories. What is it, Alan Wake? You know, I've enjoyed his Stephen King-style musings, and I'm sure he'd be a fun person to drink with. And just other peripheral characters who I just kind of put in there to pad it in case I didn't have enough material. But that's all mine.
No?
Nice.
All right, Andy, over to you.
Okay, I have one more, and again, it's kind of bizarre, but it's the cast of Saints Row the Third and the Pokemon universe. You could just imagine. I just want to get absolutely hammered with like the Saints Row characters, like the boss and Shandy and I can't remember his name. Johnny Gat. I want to run around, strip off naked with a huge purple dildong and bludgeon Pikachu to death with it.
I could see. Have you seen the Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, singing in the rain.
Where he hits the woman with that penis statue right in the mouth. I could just see that being Pikachu instead. And...
Oh, where it zooms in as he's bringing it down on his face.
Right. Yeah.
Don't touch that. That's a very important work of art. And Andy would be like, naughty, naughty, you filthy old Simka. I was picturing the innuendos that could come from that. It's like, I used the Predator to Pokemon.
You're going to see him also using that giant purple dildo as like a kind of like a floppy baseball bat and like Pokeballs with it kind of thing. And then bludgeoning the hell out of whatever comes out.
Whacking Pokeballs with a big purple dong. And it is very floppy, too.
Yeah, it's got some flop to it. It's waving pretty good there.
That just seems like my ideal Friday night out. I mean, you've had a full week of work, let off some steam, and just take it to Pikachu. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty amazing.
And you know, Professor Genki, the like evil scientist cat person, he'd be all over it as well. So him versus Meowth, that would be awesome. Just get them absolutely hammered, and those two can scrap it out.
So you can get the most Jigglypuffs.
But that's the thing. I mean, just a very quick tangent. of the original 151 Pokemon, if you have to have a drink with one of them, if they could like talk or some shit, which one would you drink with?
Ben, Sushi, we got
I have not played a single Pokemon game, so
I've never played a Pokemon game either. Like, I know the words.
Seriously not.
Like I see it on Twitter all the time, like people saying Squirtle or Pikachu or Jigglypuff or stuff like that. But for me, it's all like I've never played a Pokemon game.
Okay, well, then I guess I would have to say the Gyarados, the one that evolves from Magikarp, because that fucking thing, the dragon thing, would be so just lamenting the fact that he was Magikarp, and he would be so like mixed emotion, pissed off, yet really sad that he was Magikarp. He's like, I just wanted people to love me. Why couldn't they love me? And then he's now this really angry giant kind of dragon snake looking thing, and he could hyper beam things, and yeah.
Sounds like a whiny bitch. I don't know if I want to drink.
Well, no, it'd be lamenting, and then it would be that point where it snaps. That, and then he just go hog crazy, destroying him around him. That or it just starts flopping around like Magikarp, and then he just completely retarded him. Either way, it's great for you. You can just kind of laugh and be like, oh.
I love to point out here that everyone Andy and I have brought up have always ended with some kind of sexual encounter, straight or otherwise.
Andy, how about your own kind of question? Or are you going to stick with Pikachu?
No, fuck Pikachu, man. It would be Squirtle.
Be Squirtle?
Squirtle, in like the series, I don't know if you've seen the series, but Squirtle runs with a gang and they have these cool like 80s angular sunglasses, these shades. And I just thought when I watched that, that's so badass. So he'd have to wear his fucking glasses. If he didn't, he can just fuck off. I'm not interested. But just these angular, like, badass 80s glasses, it'd be mint. Just me and him just getting hammered, hitting the town, getting the bitches. It'd be sweet. But then if he gets too hammered, he'll just, like, start vomiting water all over the place and it'd be messy and... it'd be like, Squirtle, come on, dude. There's no need for that.
Kind of get away from me. Yeah, I'm not with it. We just kind of came in at the same time. I don't know who the fuck he is. Disown Squirtle at that point. So, any other kind of little, like, other characters that you had in mind there, Andy, or are you good and set?
No, just as long as I get to bludgeon Pikachu to death with a giant floppy dildo, I'm fine. I don't care.
Life is complete.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. So, okay, then, Sushi, over to you.
All right, I'll just fire off a quick handful here, too. My kind of weird, goofy one would be actually Cooking Mama. Because I bet you that chick can make a mean cocktail. I bet she can make you, like, some sort of just absolutely amazing drinks. And she looks like she desperately needs a drink, so... Isn't she like babysitting Mama? Isn't there like a handful of games in the series or something? No, I don't even really know, but
there's a bunch of them. And I'm kind of off topic. Have you seen the Breaking Bad parody, Cooking Mama? Like where they're cooking meth?
No.
That's good.
So yeah, Cooking Mama, a bit of an offbeat one. She looks like she needs a serious stiff drink. So I thought, yeah, she'd be good. Snake. I mean, Snake might be a bit of one of those, kind of. Not so great guys to maybe sit down with, but I think if you have a single drink with the guy, he'd probably be a pretty solid dude to sit down with.
See what you did there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He looks like a Scotch whiskey guy, so I think it would be nice just to have a nice Scotch on the rocks with that guy. So him for sure. Soda Popinski from Punch Out, or Vodka Drunkinski as he's normally known as. Obviously, you'd have to go with some vodka for him. A few others. Kirby. I'd want to get Kirby pissed on cider. I just think like you could probably fool Kirby into thinking cider was just some sort of magical candy or something, and just having Kirby go apeshit while drunk and just eating things, spitting it out. I just think a drunk Kirby would be quite amusing.
How fast do you think he could down a pint?
Oh, God, I don't even know. A keg. 2 kegs.
Oh, there we go.
He'd just be under the tap, just...
That's a good. I forgot about Kirby. That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm fucking trashed. You just...
What do you mean I'm pink? Fuck you.
It's light red. Get off my case.
So I think Kirby would be a funny one. There's a couple others here. I'd like to go to a biker bar with pretty much every beat-em-up character, like Hagar from Final Fight, Axel and Blaze from Streets of Rage, Billy and Jimmy Lee, like the Combat Tribe. Just get all those fuckers in like one biker bar and just have that, you know, that moment in those movies where the pin drops and then that crazy fight scene just begins with all the bikers and shit. That would be that bar, and it would be awesome. I don't know what they'd be drinking, probably just beer or something, but just to see like Hagar in the middle just spinning and like knocking out 20 guys and then like having a slug of beer. I just think it'd be pretty funny. Billy and Jimmy Lee would go to town for sure. And two more, the cast of Sunset Riders. I don't know if you guys know Sunset Riders. The old Konami game, 4-player game, like you shooting up guys in a Western-style game.
Mm-hmm. I think you've mentioned it before.
Yeah, I think Andy, do you know Sunset Riders? Or
I've seen a couple of YouTube clips, but I've never played it.
Okay, it was a really fun game, but just being in that sort of Western theme, I mean, tequila shots, why not? And just to see those guys shoot up in an old-style tavern would be fun. And the last one here is the obnoxious prick known as Seaman. And I think Seaman, he would be a sort of like Johnny Walker Red type dude, and he's like one of those guys that's always on edge. I don't know if you guys have played Seaman, but he's kind of obnoxious. But if you give him just the right amount of alcohol, I can just see how brutally honest he could be, and he'd be really funny. I can imagine playing Seaman and him just being like, "You fucking son of a bitch," and just like going to town on you, and can only respond so much in the microphone because there's only so many things like on log for the game. You can like flick him in the face. Is like one of the things you can do. So I would just like keep flicking him in the face just to hear all the vulgarities you could come up with, and just keep flicking him. Like... So Seaman,
so a
drunk Seaman would be quite humorous.
Sorry, you're talking about the Dreamcast game.
The Dreamcast
right?
game, right.
Yeah, because if he's a fish, you could just like fill it up with alcohol, so
sure,
he has no option.
Right.
He'd just get hammered.
Might have with Johnny Walker Red.
Yeah, just Johnny Red, and just have him go to town. He'd definitely be having stunted growth after that. But yeah,
that sounds distinctly awesome.
That's it for me.
Okay, so I don't really have much of anything else. Last one I guess I have is a bit of a different one here. It kind of follows that same vibe of Claude. However, this one, I don't think I could share an alcoholic drink with this character, and it would have to be something like a cup of tea or a spot of tea or something, and that is Satan Uzuki from Xenogears.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I don't know if you guys have played Xenogears or not.
I have.
He seems like a brandy man.
I couldn't see drinking with him though. I don't know. I don't know. He just doesn't. For me, he doesn't come off as a vibe for really for drinking. I guess I don't know. That's why I said the tea thing, because he's very philosophical, and it'd be really just kind of an interesting conversation to kind of dissect his brain on like how he would perceive things, and I don't know. It'd almost feel like it would be talking to like a favorite professor or teacher you had, kind of thing. If that makes any sense, I feel it'd be that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I would agree with that. For as much as I've only played Xenogears, that's definitely a good way of describing him.
So, but yeah, I mean, I know that's completely 90 degrees over from what we've been talking. But no, I figured, I don't know, that would be a really cool one to just kind of drink some tea and have his wife make some sort of delicious dinner and just kind of enjoy being in the presence of one of the more kind of, I guess, philosophical characters in gaming.
So tea and crumpets, in other words.
Tea and crumpets. Yes, tea and crumpets.
And then he would probably progress to take you down to the strip club right after or something. So.
You can't order tea there, I'm sorry.
And then in the morning, a full English breakfast. So.
Or the night before, depending on how well things go. But tea is not going to get you there, my friend. You need something. You need something a little harder. Take that as you will.
So So yeah, that's what I had there. So yeah, would Ben, you and Andy, would you be interested in a game?
Interested in a game? I don't know, Andy. Do we like games?
Yeah, of course we like games.
We like games. Okay, I had to ask Andy's permission first, but yes.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, we kind of had an idea for a new game. So if you don't mind, we'd like to kind of for you guys to be our test subjects for it.
Guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs for it.
I hear the rubber gloves snapping.
Yeah. Spread them and cough. Spread them and cough.
Did you see how eager Ben was there? Straight away.
I didn't even wait for him to be ready. I'm just like, here, I'm coughing. Come on, I'm coughing here.
Disappointed in the lack of speed I was with that, weren't you there, Ben? Sorry. Well, then, I guess, Sushi, would you like to kind of, give the details of this game?
Yeah, sure. So this game is going to be, it's a new game we've made. It's called Secondary Connections. And basically all this game is, I'm going to host this game, so I won't be playing. I'll be hosting the game because we need a host. And I will say the subtitle for a game, and then you guys will have to try to come up with the answer. That's the actual title for the game. And if you can get the title, you'll get a point. And the thing is, we realize that can be really hard. Some subtitles are pretty vague or what have you. So you are allowed to ask for a clue. And the point is that if you ask for a clue, and if you get the answer off of the clue, it's fine. You still get your point. But if you can't get it with the clue, you're going to lose a point. So you're taking a bit of a risk to try to get a clue. And that's basically the game. We are going to probably allow steals as well. So if somebody can't get it right, you wouldn't lose a point if you don't ask for a clue. If you guess, don't ask for a clue, you don't lose a point. You just stay at your point total. But if you ask for a clue and you get it wrong, then you'll lose a point. But if you get it wrong, somebody else has the chance to steal if they think they know it. The thing is, if you also try to steal and then you get it wrong on your steal, you still lose a point then as well.
And it would be asking one person at a time, so it's not just because of if everybody said, because of the delay and everything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge who's saying what, so.
Right.
So we're supposed to listen out to the sound of people typing now, just in case. Yeah.
I hear a horse hooves.
Yeah. God.
See, that's why they made smartphones with very silent touchpads. See,
and it's going to be like using his blender in the background. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just making a smoothie.
I'm making cocktails. Smoothies. I'm making cocktails here.
Making one of those Donkey Kong banana smoothies or whatever.
And we're playing to 5, I believe. That
5 points sounds about right.
So, I guess between Ben and Andy, since you are a guest, I guess between the two of you, kind of first, second, who?
I'll go second. I'm volunteering Ben first.
The sacrificial lamb has been set.
All right,
I'm always the pitcher. Andy's always the catcher. That's kind of the what we've established in our podcasting relationship. So yes, I'm fine. I'll go first. I suck at trivia games, so I wouldn't be surprised if I bomb this. But let's see how I do.
So when you say first to 5. Do you mean -5? Because if it's -5, I'm going to be fine.
You can't go under 0, so don't worry. You can't go under 0.
Okay.
All right, so you ready to rock then?
Let's roll! Yeah.
All right, so the first one here is for Ben, and the first one is the subtitle, Under the Knife.
Trauma Center?
That is it. Ben, already 1 point. Boom.
Game, set, and match. Ben's got this.
Now I got to get a really stiff one here for Andy so that he can't...
He likes the sound of that, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Getting excited here, gents.
Andy, yours is the Crystal Shards.
Oh, Final Fantasy.
That would be incorrect.
Bollocks.
It was Kirby 64. Oh, shit, I should let you steal, Taylor. Sorry.
It's a new game. Iron out the wrinkles.
What's the is it Crystal Carriers then for Final Fantasy?
Crystal Chronicles.
Crystal Chronicles.
Bollocks, okay. Same thing. Give me a point, it'd be fine.
Oh yeah, Kirby's a mainstay in the Final Fantasy series, don't you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's always the drunkard.
Yeah. He's like a Moog or some shit, isn't he, sir?
Yeah, right.
He's the one who hoovers up all the espers.
He's one of those bastard child mogs or whatever.
Yes. His mother had an affair with a marshmallow peep.
All right, next one is for Taylor, and the subtitle is Super Mario Land 3.
Huh?
The subtitle is Super Mario Land 3.
I have not the slightest. That's not.
So-
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know.
So just pass?
I will. Well, no. Give me the clue. Give me the clue.
Okay, the clue is Game Boy.
That doesn't help me at all.
Some
I knew
of
it
the
was on
clues are
Game
not
Boy.
good.
Yeah, I knew it was on Game Boy. I want to say it's
The
like
clues
Wario Land or something.
Boom! Taylor, 1 point.
Yeah. I didn't know that was. I thought that was the second one though.
No, the second one is 6 golden coins.
Ah. Okay.
All right. So we're back to Ben.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one is now. This one's pretty vague, so yeah, it's a bit vague. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, the subtitle is Assault.
The fuck? Assault.
Assault.
If I guess wrong, I lose a point, right?
No, if you guess wrong without the hint, you just stay at your point, so you'd still have 1.
Okay. Assault. I'm gonna throw a wild one in here. I'm gonna say thief.
That is not correct. I think
Okay.
there is something similar. Thief 2 has some sort of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. The one I was going for was Star Fox. Star Fox.
Fox?
Assault. On
I've never even
GameCube.
heard.
GameCube.
Yeah, on the game.
Oh,
Or
okay.
dinosaurs or something.
No, that was the Dinosaur Planet or whatever the hell that one. That was the different one. The Assault was the actual one where they still had like the space flying and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, that
I don't remember.
that was a tricky one.
Yeah,
That
it
was a tricky
was a
one.
bit of a tricky one.
And then the clue would have been GameCube, right?
No, the clue
That
was not GameCube. It was space and flying.
That's even more vague.
Some of these clues are really vague, so
Yeah. Well, I figured I wasn't gonna risk it for a hint. So yeah, that's.
so
I got
it's
that
all
one
good. You're
wrong.
still at 1. So you're at 1. Andy still at nilch, and Taylor at 1. But Andy, you're gonna change it right here. I can feel it.
Mhm.
Your subtitle is Tides of Darkness.
Ah, bollocks, I know this.
Tides of Darkness.
Seeing as I can't lose a point, can I have a
Yeah.
clue?
That's true. Sure. The clue is famous PC franchise.
Oh man, I'm so disappointed in myself. I know this.
Tides of Darkness.
I'm going to go and commit suicide. I'm going to have to say pass.
All right. The answer was Warcraft 2.
All right. I'm crying here.
I actually thought you were going to for sure nail that. I was thinking you were pretty familiar with that. But all right, we'll keep moving on. Next is Taylor. All right, and Taylor, for you, probably an easy one. We'll find out. The subtitle is New Vegas.
Oh, I know what it is. It's right there.
I know
on
the other
top.
2 guys know it. So.
Yeah, I know. It's right there. Like, I hate this game, too. I really hate
I'm
it.
going to steal this shit. Just
Who-
give me
okay,
a
who-
chance.
Who gets the steal? Whoever speaks up first?
Yes, whoever speaks up first in that case. Yes.
Huh?
Whoever shouts like steal first would get a chance to steal first.
Like when I pass.
If you
I
pass, yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, God, it's right there, too.
You can try the hint.
Your hints suck.
Tell it as it is.
Fuck, it's like, God damn it. I hate this game, too, because it came out...
I can
like,
tell
right...
Ben and Andy are just like itching.
I know. Like, it came out right when I came back from Japan, and everybody, like, all of my fucking roommates played it nonstop.
Well,
And
make a choice. Subtitle,
Pissed me
New
off.
Vegas.
Yeah, I can't think of it past.
Steal.
That was Ben.
Oh, wait. So you're going to say it after he
Go for it, Ben.
passes?
Yeah.
Fallout.
Yes.
Fallout.
Yes.
That's what it is.
I didn't know the rules, man. This is bull-
I heard the same rules you did, Andy. Stop being a bitch.
I'm going to chuck my desk around. I'm so upset.
I pity his cats now. One of your cats is in this.
The hint on that one was bombs away.
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped me.
All right, so moving along, the next one is actually Ben's turn, so it's your turn to pull ahead here quite a bit, Ben. The next one is Nightfire.
No, this one.
Nightfire.
Nightfire is the subtitle.
Oh, let me think here. It sounds very familiar. The problem is that's a very generic sounding one.
Right.
Oh, what the fuck?
Nightfire.
Go on, pass. Pass. You know you want to.
Go ahead, you have 2 points, and Taylor has 1.
See, the thing is, I don't want to guess and then get it wrong.
Right.
So, what the fuck? And the thing is, I played a game that sounds like Nightfire.
Well, if you guess and get it, you don't lose a point. Only if you get the hint.
I'm gonna guess. I'm probably gonna get it wrong here. I'm thinking Agent on Fire, but 007.
That's it. Boom. 3 points.
I was thinking
Come on,
Agent.
007.
It was Agent on Fire or Nightfire, but it's 007. Okay.
Yeah, it's 007. All right.
Okay.
All right, Andy. If you don't get this point, I have to come there and punch you right square in the nuts. You have to get this point, okay?
Punch him in the dick.
I'll punch you square in the dick. You have to get this. The subtitle is The World Warrior.
Fuck.
The subtitle is The World Warrior.
World Warrior. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have a clue.
All right, the clue is there were 8 originally to choose from. 8 characters to choose from. The World Warrior.
Oh, fuck. Pass.
Steel.
Taylor.
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2.
I don't know Street Fighter.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
I don't know why I know
I will
that.
not punch you in the nuts then.
Streets of Rage, my man.
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't
Streets
waste
of Rage
my
doesn't
time
have
with
any subtitles is the problem.
The
Neither does
best
God.
fucking games ever.
Neither does God Hand or Near. Andy might
Nope.
be dead in the water.
Yeah,
Deadly
leave this
Premonition.
Deadly Premonition. No,
None of these.
I'm fucked.
All right, so your turn, Taylor.
Woo.
And yours is, the subtitle is Star Successor. Star Successor.
Star Successor.
I'm stealing this if you don't get it.
Hey, well, I have no idea. Pass.
Steal. Sin and Punishment.
Sin and Punishment.
No, I've never fucking played any of those.
There's only 2.
Mine, one's on the 64, right?
Right, and this one was on the Wii.
I just bought that game recently. That's how I knew.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so your turn, Ben.
It's
Ben
game
gets this, he
match,
wins.
right?
Ben's
doesn't he?
running away with it here, yeah. All right, so Ben's is... Okay, I'm going to go with this one for Ben. I'm going to just change it up a little bit because let's see if we can keep these guys in the game here. Ben, yours is Warlords. Your subtitle is Warlords.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Warlords. So right now it's 4, 0, and 2. So Warlords.
I honestly... See, that sounds like it could be any game.
Which is often the case with a lot of subtitles,
That's the problem.
unfortunately.
Warlords. I'm going to have to pass. I don't know.
Pass, does anyone know? Or want to try?
No.
Nope.
All right. It was Onimusha Warlords.
Ah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Onimusha Warlords. All right, we'll move along. Let's go to Andy.
Come on, Andy.
Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. You can do it. You can do
Can
it.
he get a point? Can he get a point?
Come on, you can do it. All right, yours is The Revenge. Subtitle is The Revenge.
Oh, man. The Revenge.
I hear you typing.
That's not me typing. What's the clue, please?
The clue is a beat-em-up sequel. The Revenge.
Beat 'em up, fuck. I know, this is going to be a complete guess. Double Dragon.
Yes, Double Dragon
Yes, it
2.
Yay!
Yay.
And the crowd goes wild.
I was gonna guess Custer's Revenge.
Here's Revenge 2, The Revenge. Double the revenge. All right, so we are off to Taylor, and Andy's finally on the board. All right, Taylor, your subtitle is Shut Up and Jam. Shut Up and Jam.
I have no clue.
Shut Up and Jam.
Pass. I have no clue.
Steal.
Oh, that was pretty close. Did you hear
that
who's
was
first,
me.
Taylor? Or?
I would think Andy, but I am also
I
partially
will-
deaf, so
Okay, well,
we're asking
I will
the
let
wrong
you be
deaf
the judge. I will go with Andy first. And Andy?
I've only got partial. I just didn't want Ben to get it. It's that basketball douchebag, Barclays, isn't it?
Barkley, Shut Up and Jam. Andy with
There
the
you go.
steal.
I used to have that game. That's how I knew.
Really,
Wasn't there a fan remake of that as well?
I think
Shut
it
Up and
was,
Jam
actually, yeah.
Gaiden. They made an RPG out of a basketball game. It's on
God.
PC, and apparently it's really popular. So I know that, but I don't know the actual title. That's fucked up.
Oh, gracious.
Nice. All right, so whose turn is it here? Ben's?
Ben's.
Ben's. All right. So Ben, your next one is... Now, this one could be really easy, could be really tough. I'm not sure. Days of Ruin. Days of Ruin.
Days of Ruin.
Yes,
I do know this one. What is it? I know this one too because it's I think it's a DS or a Game Boy Advance game. I'm going to say Advance Wars.
And you would be correct. Advance Wars. Nice job, Advance Wars. Well done, Ben.
Ben was just typing to me, and he was just saying that he wanted to give me a few of his points.
Oh, fuck off, Andy.
Oh, that's very generous of you, Ben. So the score now is 3 Ben, Andy 4, Taylor 2.
I already gave you the clap, Andy. That's generous enough. So what is the point count so far?
I think you took it there.
You took it there.
You just won.
That's 5 points.
Woohoo!
So well done. Good go.
I usually suck at trivia, I'll be honest with you. It's just, yeah.
It's one of those things. It's kind of just, if you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't.
And the problem is some of them you think you know, but then you doubt yourself. You're like, oh, is it that game or is it that one?
Right.
Like, I never would have guessed that one.
Right.
You know when you said the Nightfire?
Yep.
For some reason, I had in my mind that it was Guild Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if that's actually a game, but I was going to try and steal with Guild Wars. You'd have been like, what? No, it's James Bond.
I think it was an RPG simply because that Nightfire sounds very RPG-like. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I have this game.
Right.
It
does sound
no, it's Nightfall. Sorry.
Nightfall.
Yeah. Nightfall. Yeah. Close, but no cigar.
Yeah. I'm sure Ben will send you a cigar in the mail.
A pink one.
Yes. Could be purple.
Pink or purple? Well,
it may include a helmet.
And a stick for easy handling.
Training wheels.
In case you don't know what to do with it, yeah.
Oh, way to go. That didn't go too bad, though. Well done, you guys.
Yeah, that's good. So congratulations, Ben.
Hey. And the crowd goes wild.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of like what they do in All Gen Gamers. Like they do like a Name That Game where they play like a brief snippet of either the music or like a sound from the game, and they have to guess it. Those I always bomb at.
Mm. Yeah,
those can be really tough. Well, I mean, if you haven't played the game at all, then you're just kind of... But I mean, at least with a subtitle for something, you might have an idea.
You can maybe take a wild stab and maybe get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus, we have a variety of games. This was just like a new one we wanted to kind of try out, and it went okay. So you guys did really well.
Woo. Woo. Better than I did. I'm terrible at these things.
Taylor doesn't do too bad, and
I'm
always
bad
beat up on yourself.
No, I'm terrible at these.
No, it's all
the listeners know how terrible I am.
It's all right.
Well, at least with the subtitle
that
one,
means I get to win. So.
Well, there you go. With the subtitle one, at least everyone has a chance. That's a good thing.
Exactly. I can tell who's a liar, though. There's a liar one that we have. I can tell who's lying, who's not, mildly decently.
Taylor's such a good liar, he's able to tell who lies.
Exactly.
Don't bullshit. Don't bullshit the bullshitter.
Exactly.
There we go.
But yeah, that was the characters want to share a drink with episode there. Ben, Andy, would you like to add anything? Anything? Last words?
No, I just want to thank you guys for allowing us on. I mean, it's been awesome, and I'm sure you won't be the same ever again. It's such a traumatizing experience for the both of you that, yeah, I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, I echo that apology as well, but no, in all seriousness, it's been a blast. We've been wanting to be on for a while, and definitely at some point we'd love to get you guys on the podcast as well, on the Rad Rascals.
Cool.
No, thanks for the offer.
Yeah. Would very much look forward to something like that, and hopefully the listeners enjoyed this. I know this is a little bit raunchy, but but I mean, raunchy's never bad. I mean, it's always It's about the humor involved, damn it.
Anyone who listens to our podcast, they'll think this is tame by comparison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a little thing. So if you're looking for more of the raunch, head over to Radical Rascals podcast. There's lots of that over there.
We got raunch to spare, hence our generous sprinkling of it here. But yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for having us on, guys. It's been an absolute blast.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. Definitely really appreciate it. It was fun. It was good. Yeah, and definitely long time coming.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely. It really was. It was really hard to coordinate this. So I'm really glad we got through with it.
Yeah, to those listening, you have to understand, like, it's what, 11 o'clock in the morning Toronto time. It's like 11 o'clock at night your time.
That's midnight
for us.
12:15. Yeah.
In Japan and Korea, and Andy's like smack dab in the middle. It's like 4 o'clock your time, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So
So
world podcast.
3 time zones, you really got to plan ahead.
Yeah, a little bit.
We made it work, and Ben won the game. Woo.
Yeah.
I should wear this with pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can wear it like an old dirty sock.
A crusty one.
Very flaky and crusty.
Yes, do it Red Hot Chili Pepper style. Just that's all.
You could try that.
I could.
Are you guys at work tomorrow or today?
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Yes, later today I have to be at work.
Yeah, gotta get up
So,
and then drive an hour.
Ooh. So I think on that note we should let you guys get some sleep, maybe.
That would be a good idea. Yes.
Yeah, thanks again for having us on, gents. It was awesome. Really, really enjoyed it.
It was awesome indeed.
Once again, glad to have you guys on. And
Yeah, for
I
sure.
hope everybody listening really enjoyed it. And any sort of comments, jokes you want to tell, ideas that came up when you guys are listening, stuff, definitely post them down below or post them wherever you can post them. And let's chat, let's drink, and well, I don't know about that. If you're not allowed to drink, don't be drinking. I do not condone underage drinking.
But we won't tell on you either.
Yes.
But we will plug this episode in our forum as well, just so people can listen to us, because this is going to be their weekly dose of the Rascals. So yeah, definitely we'll promote this, and we'll definitely make it sure it's known on our Twitter and everywhere else that this is where we were today.
Awesome.
So everybody for listening, thanks for doing so, and have a good day.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye, bitches.
Having my recorder up and ready to record things as of late.
Nice.
Good Boy Scout.
Yes.
The
The Last Boy Scout.
Last Boy Scout.
That's a good movie. I don't think that.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
an
good.
actual movie?
Yes, it is.
Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans.
Yeah. That's the iconic scene where the football player running with the gun. Run!
What?
At the beginning of the movie.
I've never seen the
football
movie!
It's an iconic scene.
It sounds pretty...
Take my word for it.
It sounds pretty memorable there.
It's a classic early 90s Bruce Willis action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The Last Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll write that down.